President Trump is not the only person who's upset with Democrats these days for obstruction or radicalism. Democrat Howard Schultz is also upset with the Democrats, and here is why. In a CNN town hall, he's asked this question.
As a lifelong Houstonian, I've seen the damages that hurricanes have caused to my city, and I watched as Harvey continued in a devastating way that damage. So in the face of a warming climate that leads to more powerful storms, how much of a priority would climate change be to your administration, and what are some plans you have to tackle that issue?
Before we get to his answer, I would like to point this out. This is the trick that the left does all the time. He says, as a native Houstonian, I have seen the damage that global warming has done to my community. I've seen what these storms that are caused by global warming, I've seen what they do, and I've seen global warming up close because of specific weather events, global warming. Is weather the climate, or is weather not the climate? Because when Amy Klobuchar gets covered in snow and we mock her for saying global warming is happening, they say weather is not climate. And then when this kid gets up there and says there was a big storm that affected Houston, therefore that is global warming, all of the left applauds and say, yes, that specific weather event is the climate, but only that one, because it confirms our biases. Not the other specific weather events. That's not climate. What? You'd have to be an idiot to think that those specific weather events are climate. So Howard Schultz answers the question.
When I read the Green New Deal and I try and understand what they're suggesting, I don't understand how you're going to give a job for everybody, how you're going to give free college to everybody, how you're going to create clean energy throughout the country in every building of the land, and then tally this thing up with $32 trillion on Medicare for all. That's about $40 trillion plus. We are sitting, ladies and gentlemen, with $22 trillion of debt on the balance sheet of America. So once again, not that I'm a business person or I'm an economist, and maybe an economist would disagree with me, but I think it's immoral to suggest that we can tally up 20, 30, 40, $50 trillion of debt to solve a problem that could be solved in a different way.
Now, of course, he's right about this. The question is this going to help him in his strategy to run as an independent Democrat for president, or is this going to hurt him? I think it helps him. His whole strategy is that he has to split the Democrats. He's got to split the reasonable Democrats away from the insane, radical, intersectional leftists, and then he's got to siphon some votes off of Donald Trump, and then he becomes president. Now, is this a likely strategy? Is he likely to become president? No, but anything could happen. Look, never say never when it comes to Donald Trump, as they say. So I suppose there's a world in which it does happen, plus events change everything. So if Donald Trump goes spiraling down for some reason, he actually has a pretty good chance of doing it. I don't think that Howard Schultz is running an intentionally futile campaign. I don't think he's running just to show the strength of possible third parties. I don't think that at all. I think Howard Schultz is running to win. He knows that the odds are stacked against him, but he's going to put himself in a place where if something goes wrong, he could theoretically become president. Now, there is an appetite out there for less crazy Democrats. There genuinely is.